Yeah. Merry Christmas, bitch. Merry
Merry
Christmas,
Christmas,
bitch.
bro.
It's your worst fucking nightmare, aka the number one Green Bay Packers fan from the basement, your boy Royal A. Shepherd, and I'm joined today by my guy Juan and my dude Nando. Juan, how you doing, bro?
It's a bittersweet feeling, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. This hurts. This is familiar, and we about to get this bum off our team, bro.
Hey, first guy to get packed up on the Dolphins side after a game, Nando. First of all, Merry Christmas. I see you with your Jolly Dolphins hat. How you doing today, my boy?
Listen, I was doing good throughout the first half, but ever since the second half, man, this completely ruined my Christmas. Your boy spoiled my Christmas. I'm sick to my stomach. Tua, 3 picks. Like, what is he doing, man? I know we're gonna get on his ass. So let's just save it, man. I'm doing
No,
bad. I'm doing
for,
bad.
for sure, for sure. So the Miami Dolphins dropped the game to the Green Bay Packers on Christmas, hitting a lump of coal in all y'all motherfucking stockings today. Um, look, I, in first half, y'all had us in the first half. I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all had us in the first half.
It
Zero
was
points
first
in
half
the.
of the season Tua, and then second half was second half of the season Tua. Like this game was the epitome of what our season was. Where for the first half, Tua looks like a top 5 guy, and then the second half, homie looks like a bottom 5 dude, bro. And it's consistencies on a week-to-week basis. We've seen them on a drive basis. Now we're just seeing them on a half-to-half basis. And, I mean, I'm ready. Obviously, I'm ready to just go ahead and only talk about only talk about Tua. But yeah, man, like God, to me, what's most disappointing is that every time that we would bring stuff up about the Dolphins being potentially frauds, it was always like, oh, well, this is different. Oh, but Tua is playing top 5. Oh, the offense is top. Yeah, well, these are the same Miami Dolphins. And if you ask me right now, 8-9 looks more probable than just even making it to the playoffs. And that's just coaching, Dolphins, Tua, just a culmination of everything. And God, we're here. We're really here.
No, for sure. Like it was a culmination of several things that got y'all out of this game. You saw throughout the game, Aaron Rodgers picking on Kader Kohu. Like he looked like he went after him damn near every time he decided to drop back and throw the ball. We saw good to it in the first half. Jaylen Waddle was explosive in the first half, and in the second half, things just kind of crumbled and went to shit. I do want to get your thoughts on the game, Nando.
Honestly, like I said, I was happy in the first half. Oh my god, I ain't ready for this. Listen, man. Listen, I don't want to.
Cowboy.
Listen, I'm the one that defends Tua the most out of these guys with me, man. So I know they're gonna get on everyone's ass, but I'm sick, man. You can't put up a second half with 0 points scored, man. There's no excuse about it. They talk about this offense all the time. They sell us on this all the time. 0 points in the second half. That's where you lost the game. It's just inexcusable, man. I want to know. Like, I want to know what you guys think, because I still can't believe what the hell I just saw, man.
So to be honest with you, bro, like I mean, I think what we saw was we just kind of had the Tua Tagovailoa experience. Like in the when it's like a front runner thing, and it's like I was a middle of the pack Tua guy, not a hater, not a supporter really, but it's kind of like when they winning, things looking good, front running, we on that. But when you need him to show up, when them lights get bright, when Green Bay made that little run in the game and they brought it back together, he could not get it done. And I don't think this loss is solely on Tua, but he's a major part of it. Those 3 interceptions in that second half were detrimental to this team. I'm going to quit talking because we got another Dolph fan in here. And of course, bang, bang, gang, gang. We got my boy Kendall in this bitch. Kendall, what's happening, bro? Tell me what you saw now.
I saw the Dolphins do exactly what I've been saying all week in that group chat. I said once they went 8-6, I done seen this story before. And I love that comment, Marcus Hunter. Y'all picked Tua Tagovailoa over Brian Flores, a man who showed you he can do more with less, and you got a quarterback who can do more with more. The man, you said that word front runner, I had to go get the lighter because he is a front running diva. He has never performed under the bright lights, not one time in his career. Go back to college. The only time was that national championship game when there was nothing. When there was nothing. He didn't have no expectations. He was the backup. Go to the 2018, the SEC championship game versus Georgia that they won. What happened? He got hurt. Jalen Hurts came in, saved the bacon. He went and saw Oklahoma, Kyler Murray. They never played defense. Went and saw Trevor Lawrence and some real niggas in Clemson. What he did? Got blitzed. His rookie year, what happened? In Buffalo, got blitzed. He went up to Tennessee. Motherfuckers had the audacity to say, we didn't have a cold weather game plan because Mike Gesicki said so. And what happened? The defense had the game, gave up 14 points. It was 17-3, and they got 3 points off of his turnover. What happened? Went up there, got blitzed. What happened against San Francisco? Got blitzed. What happened against Justin Herbert under the bright lights when y'all was calling this man a fourth quarter INT fraud? Got blitzed. What happened last week in Buffalo? He didn't get blitzed, but he couldn't do enough. He wasn't the problem, but he wasn't the solution. So you don't got a franchise quarterback. And I've been waiting for this moment because I've been trying to tell niggas. Today, bro, the defense started on short fields about 6 times, bro. They gave up 26 points. 3 of them came off a fumble. 3 of them came off a pick from Tua. So, bro, let's talk about it. How many is that? That's 20 points. 3 of them came off a 95-yard touchdown return.
Kick return.
Bro, gave up 3. Squibb kicked it for some reason. Started at the 45 damn near. Gave up 7. Shut him down for what quarter that was. Damn near shut him down through the second quarter. Man, look. That second half came. They got a pick. Tua's first pass. We done seen this movie before in Jacksonville and versus Atlanta. First play, pick. And what happened after that? Got blitzed. This man threw 3 picks to end the game. Bruh, if y'all can defend him all you want, he's a
Mr. Fourth Quarter INT.
Mr. Fourth Quarter INT out in LA. About to wrap up a playoff spot tomorrow night. And y'all was the one toting this narrative that Tua was him. Bro, he's a front runner. He's a fraud. Bro, he is not him. It's over. Bro, Brian Flores was right. He is not that guy. Mike McDaniel, I can't wait till we talk about him because y'all could have sworn he was that dude. The undisciplined this team has, boy.
I need to ask.
You already know. Go ahead, Warren.
I'm not trying to be a host, but I just need to ask you guys this question because I asked it in the chat. Because this was the narrative is that he didn't have a coach that supported him. He has one. He didn't have weapons. He has them. He couldn't play in cold weather. It was warm. It was 50 degrees, and he couldn't play in the bright lights. We're the only 1 o'clock game. Like, please let me know what more can we do for Tua, the player? Like, who do we have to bring in to help him take his game to another level? Because at this point, like, it's just excuses. Like, it's not reasons. It's just excuses. Like, we're excusing mediocre play because it's the best we've ever had since Dan Marino. Okay, motherfucker. I've seen Gus Frerotte. I've seen John Beck. I've seen Chad Henne. I've seen fucking Matt Moore. I've seen Ryan Tannehill. I've seen Jay Cutler. Like, Brock Osweiler. Like, trust me when I tell you, I know what bad quarterback play is, and Tua does more bad than good. So at this point, like, this whole back and forth, like, there's no more.
I got you, Kim.
No, go ahead. I'm
Matt Moore. You mentioned Matt Moore, bro. When we needed to make the playoffs, Matt Moore ain't blink.
That's a fact.
That's real. I can let y'all Jordan that bit back and forth all game long, but I want to make sure that I get my boy Alex Maserati in here, join the panel. What's up? First of all, how you doing? Second of all, what are your thoughts on the game today? I don't know what you're saying because I can't hear a word out your mouth. Can y'all hear him?
He's saying Tua sucks.
I figured that's what it said. You might. Okay, so let's go back to my man Nando. Nando, I know we done gave you a little time to sit around and think about it. I want you to talk about Tua right quick. Like, what is it at this point? How are you feeling about him? Because everybody had him in MVP conversation. And now we're seeing a lot of the same Tua that we saw from the last couple of years, where it's looking like it's not enough to be a franchise quarterback. Where are you on Tua as one of his biggest supporters on the network?
Yeah, man. Like I said, like you said, I was one of the biggest supporters, man. I mean, Kendall and Juan have been keeping at A1 since the beginning, man. I feel like it was like fool's gold, bro. I feel like I got played. Real talk, man. Because I was just defending him, and I was in line with every time. I was making an excuse, like Juan said. It was an excuse every single time. But when you get this man, like Juan said, you got him weapons, you got him a coach, and also you left out Teron Armstead. You also, improved the offensive line. You got Connor Williams in here. How many damn excuses we're gonna make, right? Oh, no running game. You got Mostert and you got Jeff Wilson. Granted, they could have done better today, but I like what I seen from Mostert. It's just like you're sitting here catering to this damn quarterback too much. Like, when is it gonna be a time where my quarterback is just built enough to go and get it done? You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem that I have, and that's the problem that this fan base just refuses to believe. And I got tricked to it, so I feel absolutely played out, man. Like I bought into this first half Tua, and just like Juan said it, yo, listen, I feel dumb. I feel like they played me, bro. Y'all been on it since day one. I give Kendall and Juan, the most credit, bro. Like, y'all was right the whole time. I was out here thinking y'all was silly, but yeah, you got the last laugh, man. I feel played, bro. 3 turnovers, 3 interceptions, big time games. Where is it? Catering to this quarterback, excuses after excuses. Whether we make the playoff or not, man, 4 losses in a row, like, nah, man.
We not, but
you got to be better than that shit, regardless, bro.
One quick thing.
Go ahead.
You think this, Nando, my boy, this is not the last laugh. The last laugh comes when we win in New England and Zach Wilson come down here and beat Tua.
Oh, hell no, bro.
Week 18.
I can't even defend that. The fact that I can't even defend that and be honest, like, be real with myself and defend that, that's how you know this shit's ridiculous.
No, for sure. We got my boy Alex Maserati back in here. We're trying to see if his mic working. Alex, give us a mic check.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we can, bro. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
Bro. I have to eat this shit on the fucking chin. I talked the most shit to Zach Wilson, to Josh Allen, to Justin Herbert. I have to eat this. I said that these dudes choke in the biggest moments, that they throw fourth quarter picks. Bro, Zach Wilson didn't do this. Josh Allen doesn't do this. 3 straight interceptions. The entire second half, Tua did not look like go through progressive reads, like quarterback 101. This dude threw, like Mike McDaniel, like people make jokes this dude's playing Madden, but like dead ass. He's like, okay, I want you to throw it over here. Well, I don't know if it's open or not. It doesn't matter. I'm telling you to throw it here. Like, this is Goff and McVay vibes times 10, except fucking Tua is somehow like just fucking up. I mean, like, people are like, I was saying like, oh, he's Kirk Cousins, he's Jimmy Garoppolo. This is like the laughable shit, bro. Like when Jimmy Garoppolo ran out of the back of the end zone, like, this is fucking crazy. I was watching the game with my dad and I literally said, watch him throw a third pick. Like, could you imagine? Like, if he threw a third one? Like, I'm fucking joking around. But there needs to be a Harvard analytical data study on the Miami Dolphins in December football games. This is a complete fucking joke.
No, don't do that.
Except for Brian Flores.
Okay.
I love you, Alex.
I'll recap.
Brian Flores
White Dolphin coaches in December football games. It don't fucking happen in this town. It doesn't happen. Now, this one I think is especially, different for the Miami Dolphins because they have to reinvent ways to absolutely rip my fucking heart out of my chest in front of my friends and family. And they had to do it this year by actually being the number 1 seed in the AFC just 3.5 short weeks ago, if y'all actually remember that. And we scored first in that San Francisco game. And then Jimmy Garoppolo got hurt, and the last pick of the draft came in the game. And I thought we were winning the fucking Super Bowl, bro. That's what I thought. When Brock Purdy checked into that game and we were up 7-0, we're the number 1 seed in the AFC, I was like, bro, this is the team. This is different. That shit was fucking crazy. I mean, I was speechless. I thought I was standing at a funeral, bro. Like, we are, as Dolphin fans, we are in an abusive relationship with this team and this organization. I want to blame Chris Greer, but he added the number 1 receiver in the National Football League, added the top pass rusher, who somehow also caught the bug that all Miami Dolphins defensive ends had outside of Jason Taylor and Cameron Wake, which is just 3 inches away from the quarterback, but can't actually wrap him up and bring him down. Don't matter if it's Lamar Jackson, Michael Vick, Zach Wilson, me, you, don't matter. You're not getting a fucking sack today. Listen, man, that was fucking crazy. Mike McDaniel, I want to keep like hounding and supporting, bro. I want to do this, but you know, if my theory is correct and, you know, Tua's just throwing where Mike wants him to throw, I don't know, man. Why are we doing a wheel route / wheel seam route? I don't know what the fuck that route was to Raheem Mostert that Devontae Campbell just read all the way and was like, really? Like that? Let's throw to Mike Gesicki in double coverage, 3 yards short of the sticks. Dude hasn't shown up in a month, but 2 minutes, no timeouts. We got to throw to him 8 yards down the field when we need 80 yards. But okay, listen, man. I don't fucking know. I mean, the Tyreek interception was hilarious. Tyreek threw his hand up like this. It was like, what the fuck? Like, literally, like, you can even tell. He was like, I didn't think this shit
He's
was
like, bro, I got 5 people covering me. You couldn't find one.
I know Mike McDaniel's creative, but, like, how many times are we doing these crazy motions for Tyreek in the background for him not to get the ball? Like, when are we actually going to throw him, like, the wheel? When are we actually going to throw him the screen? Like, we're throwing screens to Raheem Mostert. He's returning kicks. He's like 32. Why is he returning kicks? His knee is on its last end. He fumbled today and didn't get benched because Mike McDaniel is a player's coach. Jeff Wilson cuts better than him. Jeff Wilson breaks more tackles. Jeff Wilson has better vision. I think Jeff Wilson is faster at this point. I can go on and on, man. I'm not trying to rant here, but, like, I had a fantastic Christmas, and this was, like, pretty fucking predictable, bro. Like, if the Jets and Patriots weren't so bad, like, we're going to squeak in, and then what happened to us with Matt Moore in Pittsburgh is going to happen to us against Kansas City or Buffalo or somebody. And anyone who decided, including me, I said delete Lamar Jackson's contact from your phone. Absolutely not. You need to go slide into his DMs and say, I'm so fucking
I never listened, bro. I'm sorry. I was messing
Yeah,
with you
yeah,
the entire time.
yeah. We all ignored you when you said that shit. Hey, Juan.
Yeah.
So, Juan, I want to toss this to you. 4 straight losses now for the Miami Dolphins. You know there are going to be some people out there that are going to continue to support this team and where they could go, where they believe this team can go. I want to hear from you. What's going to be the narrative from that side of the Dolphins fandom? What are they going to say? Who are they going to blame outside of Tua for this?
This is all Mike McDaniel right now.
Oh.
The same guy who made Tua look like a top 5 guy is making him look like a bottom 10 quarterback. It's the exact same guy. Now, yeah, I want to give that answer, but really what I want to ask is because, like, for every Tyreek trade that Greer has done, we've seen the opposite, right? We've seen on Austin Jackson, we've seen a Tua get drafted. For every Armstead that we sign, we have a Shaq Lawson, a Calvin Noy. I just think I've gotten to the point where, like, it's time to clean house, bro. Like, Greer, the whole defensive staff. Honestly, like, I'm looking at McDaniel kind of sideways too, and like, yo, like you end up 8-9, and I can't tell you you're gonna be here next year. Like 8-9, and I'm sorry, I'm looking at the entire team and saying, well, Tua can't be back. McDaniel, you may get another shot at another quarterback, but Greer has no shot to come back if we don't make the playoffs. And if we finish 8-9, I think we clean house.
Kendall, has Tua put himself in a position with the way that he's played to potentially, like, be offensive rusher? Considering that he was in the MVP conversation a few short weeks ago, he's played well. This is probably his best season. Like, but these last 3 weeks have been not great. So has he put himself in position to not be on this roster next year?
Hey, man, they gonna keep him because that's what Miami do, bro. But if we keep this shit a bean, bro, like, there's no way. Bruh, dog. I told niggas, 11 wins was the standard. Bro, we have lost to the New York Jets after sweeping them 2 years in a row. This man was 8-3, bro. And then this team the bottom fell out after we seen a team turn up towards the end of the season.
Yep.
A washed up Aaron Rodgers?
Bro.
This is
Green Bay wasn't even good today. That's kind of what blows my mind. Green Bay was not good today.
Green Bay, look, I love you, Royo. Green Bay didn't win this game. The Dolphins 100% lost it. Like, there's a difference in saying that. Like, it wasn't like Aaron Rodgers. Like, yeah, Aaron Rodgers had that dime where he threw that in the bucket to Mercedes Lewis. Like, there was a couple passes where you're like, oh, okay, there's Rodgers we haven't seen.
Yeah, but he also overthrew a touchdown.
He overthrew Watson on that 4th down. And
he threw a pick to X, and X dropped it. X dropped it.
Like, to me, it's just, bro, like, we sold, bro. Like, we folded, bro. We folded like fucking lawn chairs. And
I,
I'm
I want to
sorry.
let
It starts with head coach, but the next guy up is the quarterback. And
no for sure.
I'm
Tua
sorry.
deserves his fair share. I want to let Kendall finish getting this shit off though.
Go ahead, Kendall. My fault.
But yeah, you clean house, bro. Like me, Juan Threat. Shout out my man Threat. That boy,
For sure.
he ain't got no
For
time
sure.
for this, bro. We told people, bro, and the Boyer thing, bro. Like, why? Like McDaniel can't be here, Juan. In my opinion, bro, because he was lazy as fuck. Like, you can't tell me he wasn't lazy in the offseason. You could put up together a 700 play package or whatever to make a man think that he's good and he could do this and that. But the fact that you said, okay, I'm going to keep everybody on this defensive staff except one man.
The man
Who had the best position room on this team for like the last 2 years in Jared Alexander. Bruh, Brandon Jones and Javon Holland had come out and say, like, he had made things seem so simple for us, like, that we used to just be able to go out there and play. Yes, injuries happen, bro, but Mike McDaniel cannot be here if this team don't win 10 games, bro. Like, and that's just because that's all they got left. You feel me? But
for all the shit we gave Flores about not being able to build an offensive staff,
it's just reverse itself.
If we go back to McDaniels and it's the same shit but just no defensive staff, where did we win? Where are we? Like, we're literally, instead of being like the defensive team last year, we're just the Chargers this year. Like, this is what we are now. Like,
and I'm gonna be real.
Tua is Justin Herbert putting up numbers and taking L's. Like, what a life! Like,
because if you just look at the box score, like, you look at yards and you look at all that kind of stuff. Tua did well. Them interceptions, like, he threw 3 interceptions, but they all came like back to back to back. So if you stop the game in the third quarter, then it's fine. I want to let Kendall get his last couple points out. Then I want to throw this to Nando because I want to get Kendall. Let Kendall get his last couple points out. Then I'm gonna throw it to Nando because he hasn't talked in a minute. Go ahead, Kendall.
When it comes to Mike McDaniel and just this whole like rebuild, whatever it is, bro, I got a lot of shit I could say, but how Juan said, it was defense and no offense. We had an out and we could have had both, but I ain't finna get into that.
Hey man, you probably should get into that. We might do that a little later on since the boy out here holding. Gonna push that down the road. I'm gonna let folks get out of here early on Christmas though. Nando, I do want to know how much of the blame that you're assigning to Mike McDaniel, because he was the golden boy, the white savior in terms. The best coach since Shula is what I was told. That's what somebody told me.
Oh, I seen black people on Twitter saying the best black head coach in Dolphins history.
Not that white man that's on the sideline now. That's not him. But Mike McDaniel, how much of the blame are you assigning to him?
I think a lot of the blame goes on him. Just as much as you blame Tua, I blame Mike McDaniel, bro. I think it goes hand in hand. There's plenty of opportunities where he has to be the reason why we come out on top, and he's just not doing it, man. And right when we got rid of Flores, I was like, damn, I feel like this is not the right move. I don't understand. Like, I never thought. My question was, is Tua going to be the quarterback? Because I knew Flo was going to stay. So that caught me by surprise. I was a little bit iffy about Mike McDaniel. I'm like, all right, this guy seems like a funny guy, whatever. You hear about it. And I'm like, all right, I want to see what this guy does when it gets tough, right? Down the stretch, especially this stretch. These games right here, these 4 games, everybody was looking at these 4 games. And it's got to be up to Mike McDaniel to at least come out with, 3-1 out of those 4, 2-2 at least. My man went 0-4. All right, his decision-making has been bad. I feel like I've been fooled, man. Like, how do you go from 8-3 to now 8-7? And then also, like, there was a couple things. I want to know your thoughts on this. There was a couple things I heard, like, when we were good, when we were 8-3, they were talking about Tua and Mike McDaniel. They were getting all that hype. There was like,
oh, we were good.
Mike McDaniel, his goal is to make sure Tua is confident at all times and know we support him and all these things. And then they came out with that quote, like, when we were playing the Texans, they were like, Tua looked in the mirror and was like, do I suck or whatever? And I'm like, yo, what is this kid, 12 years old, bro? Like, aren't you a grown-ass man? Like, you need to have a quarterback, a coach out here say, you got it, kid. Go ahead and deliver. It's okay. You don't suck, man. Like, you can do it. Like, what the hell are we doing, bro? And that was when we were 8-3, bro. And it's like I put it to the back. I was like, I didn't just hear that shit. I don't know. To me, that sounded soft. It was 8-3. Let me just not even put that shit on Twitter. Let me not bring it up to these two boys on the top of the screen.
He was up 23-0 at the time. That's why you hear that, bro. I was like, man, just say that shit. Ain't no fucking way.
Yo, I try to eat that, and now I just listen. I got to put it on blast right here on this stream because that is just ridiculous for a grown ass man to be catered to by the whole roster. Let's get him an offensive line. Let's get him this. Let's get him that. Now your coach has to literally call you like, "Hey, are you still confident, buddy?" Like, it's a professional court. We got talking about an adult or a kid here. Like, god damn. Of course, this falls on Mike McDaniel just as much as Tua, Royal.
Yeah, I think I agree. But I've been skeptical of Mike McDaniel the whole time. I think my skepticism comes from even further back when Tyreek Hill was like, if I want to leave. Come on, bro. When Tyreek Hill was like, if I want to leave, I just tell him that I'm leaving or whatever. I was like, oh, hell no.
You said substitute teacher vibes.
Substitute teacher vibes, bro.
Bro, Tyreek Hill was out here telling astronomical lies, bro. Tyreek Hill told Shannon Sharp he didn't want to leave Kansas City. All he wanted was to match A.J. Brown's contract. Bro, A.J. Brown got traded on the night of the draft, bro. That's how bad Tyreek Hill was out here lying for Tua and for the Dolphins in general, bro. He literally said that, bro. He was like, oh, I told him I just want to match A.J. Brown numbers. He got traded like 3 fucking weeks before that, bro. Like,
Alex, I'm gonna ask you this, bro. As the person who was the most belligerent during the earlier parts of the season, I kind of want to know where you stand now. Like after these last 4 weeks, where you've seen the trend of this team is. Like, do you believe they're going to make the playoffs? For one, do you believe they will have any success if they get there?
Sorry, I'm hearing a lot of white noise in my ear and just ringing because every 5 minutes it hits me that this actually just fucking happened again. I'm 22 years old, bro. I was born a year after Jay Marino retired, and I have the same conversation with myself, my friends, with family. This year it's just with you guys in the audience. Like, this is fucking crazy. Like, I really do believe we're living in a simulation at this point. Like, I can't believe this. Are we going to make the playoffs? You know, we ask this every time around the end of December after we've lost 4 straight December games, unless we're coached by Brian Flores. Listen. Are we going to make the playoffs? Yes, we are going to make the playoffs.
It's like sour milk. Sour cream on our hands.
Literally, bro. This is. We are going to make the playoffs though, because the Patriots and the Jets find ways to lose games and more humiliating.
So do the Dolphins.
Oh, not as bad as us. Like somehow, some way. No, I agree with you. But like, listen, bro. Like the Patriots are fumbling on the 20. We're lateraling. I know we just had a quarterback that threw 3 straight picks on the last 3 drives. I mean, that is. I just said that out loud again, and I actually can't believe it.
Was it actually 3 straight drives? I feel like I just blacked out.
Ron, you were listing like Tannehill, Cutler, all those dudes. Nobody threw 3 straight picks, bro. Like, listen, I would blame McDaniel.
Nobody could do it like Tua, bro. Generational accuracy.
Bro, I said it. I said he was top 5. I said we need to talk about if he's just as good as Herbert. I said all these things. Like, these are real statements that came out of my mouth that anybody can go find. Like, this is.
Hold him accountable.
No, I'll hold myself accountable.
Alex,
Alex, let me tell you
his fault. It's Tua's fault.
No, yeah, let me get back to this point. Yeah, with the McDaniel thing, I would get mad at McDaniel, except we actually have had some fun moments this year, and they're all because of him. All of them. So I would blame him. I would, but I'm not blaming him for the quarterback going 1 read and throwing 3 straight interceptions. I don't think he planned that. I don't think he designed that. Are his 3rd and short calls not great? 100%. No coach is perfect. Andy Reid doesn't call timeouts on time. Whatever. But in my opinion, man, like Mike McDaniel is smart enough to get Teddy Bridgewater 400 yards of offense. He's smart enough to have Skylar Thompson look capable in football games. He's smart enough to make Tua Tagovailoa trick me into thinking he is a top 5.
Wait, Kendall.
So has he had a good month? Absolutely not. Is it still his first year coaching? 100%. We all knew when this man had a press conference what type of coach this dude is. He is not a hard ass. He is not rah-rah. I was expecting penalties. I was expecting loose shit. I was also expecting a whole lot of fucking points and not getting shut out in the second half. But I am not blaming the dude who schemed us to 20 points in the first quarter for the dude getting 3 straight picks. Like, and the picks are not even close. Like, they are not close. He threw to Raheem Mostert's ass, and Devontae Campbell got that. He threw to fucking, I don't even know who on Tyreek, and then he threw into double coverage on Gesicki. And then he had a shuffle pass to Ingold that should have been picked. He fumbles the ball every time he's sacked. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do anymore, man. And I'm fighting tooth and nail, bro. I've got the jersey. I've got a signed football. I bought the rookie card. Bro, I want my return on my investment more than anybody else. But this man is coming out here.
You bought penny stocks, fam. You bought
my boy.
stocks.
You said you don't know what to do, my guy. Listen, man. We have two guys on this network, Kendall and Threat, who coined a phrase that has been used religiously throughout the annals of Twitter. It says, and I quote, "Pack his motherfucking ass up." Get him the fuck out of here. Like that is the answer to the question.
Here's the thing. They can't. Can they? Because now we have Mike McDaniel. Well, here's the thing, though. I think they can and they will. But what I'm saying is that this is tough now. Because
you
came into the year and you anointed him, and all Mike McDaniel said is how great he is and all these things, and Tyreek saying all this shit. So now you've dug yourself into a hole. And like Nando was saying with the "do I suck" looking into the mirror, now you're painting yourself as the dude who came in to give Tua a chance, and you were like, "Yeah, you're the best, you're fucking awesome," and you just gave him false hope, and then you're dipping on him. I wouldn't blame him.
Hold on. Give me a second. I saw your comment, Nando, and I'll get to that in a second.
That's what I get to too.
Yeah, I know. But Kendall wanted to throw something in here, and then you can go ahead, Kendall. Throw what you got to throw in there. I'll find another way to get it. Don't worry about it.
You gave a lot of Mike McDaniel praise there, Alex, and I gotta stop you there, my brother. You said he made a lot of fun moments. You could call a play, you could design it, but number 10 is the sole reason that this team is exciting and fun, bro. This team, bro, it's nothing with Mike McDaniel. Tyreek Hill said, "I could put up numbers with anybody." He did it with Matt Moore for a game against the Vikings. Tua went out. He put up numbers with Teddy Bridgewater. So the ball was going to move regardless, bro. The ball was always going to move. As long as 10 and 17 on that field, the ball was going to move. Nah.
I don't know. Like, this dude, Tua, for how, I guess how bad he is, I'm going to start saying that now. This dude had 200 yards on 6 completions. Like, there's something with him. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say, well, Mike McDaniel's fucking trash. Like, I think he's good. I think he's good at his job, which is offense. And we knew that when we signed up with him, bro. This dude was one of the youngest coaches in the NFL. He was quirky. He wasn't the standard NFL head coach. And everybody walked in was like, I don't know. And he gave the keys completely to the defense to Josh Boyer, which, I shit on all the time, but they did a decent job today, to be honest with you, at the end of the game. Like, so I don't know, man. With the scheme, with how Jaylen Waddle has looked, again, with how Tua has looked for relatively some parts of the season, like, I don't think it's necessarily on him. He has some bad decisions, and he'll learn from that, but I can't. There was 4 turnovers. Raheem Mostert's a veteran, has been playing in this league for 5 to 7 years. He just fumbled the ball. And then 2 or 3 inexplicable picks. Like, I don't know if that was, like, a coaching problem.
The fumble was bad. I don't think that it was as bad as kind of the picks were.
No,
I think one of the problems with Mike McDaniel is that he never put anybody around him like with more experience to kind of help him in some of these moments. So in essence, he never gave himself any type of like insurance, like the primary sponsor of the Basement Sports Network, Simple Health Advisors. Ladies and gentlemen, insurance does not need to be complicated. Email them or give them a call today and tell them that the Basement sent you. Make sure you email our guy James Poe at jpoe@Simple Health Advisors, or give them a call at 321-345-7738. Again, that's 321-345-7738. Call him today. Aggravate his ass. I know y'all pretty depressed. Y'all need to figure out some shit like that. One, I'm a GOAT, my brother. That big gonna come out of nowhere.
All I was gonna say is if we had the smarts that Chris Greer didn't have, he would have kept that Tua insurance policy, just like we have changed.
Like the primary sponsor of the Basement Sports Network, Simple Health Advisors. Ladies and gentlemen, insurance does not need to be complicated. Make sure you email our guy James Poe at jpoe@Simple Health Advisors, or give him a call at 321-345-7738. I'll go ahead and run it back since that lot was so beautiful. I know it's Christmas Day. Don't want to keep anybody here long. I got to go. So final thoughts around the game before we get up out of here. We're gonna start with Juan. What's your final thoughts on this game? And then on Wednesday we'll preview the next game.
The final thoughts on this game is that it showed me that I was right ultimately, and it also showed me that these last 2 games are really going to be like Tua or die. Like if Tua doesn't get his shit together, and we go 8-9, I don't know how anybody is looking in the mirror not saying, "Do we suck?"
King Ricky, you are different, bro. Don't say stuff like that. Nando, final thoughts on this game.
Final thoughts on this game is just a couple damn weeks ago, I thought this team was gonna go to the damn Super Bowl. And that's all I got to say. I'm just gonna roast myself and say I was freaking fooled. They fucked me up. I feel like shit. That's my final damn thoughts. That I thought this team was gonna be a Super Bowl team. Shame on my ass.
It's okay. We all fall short and come close to the glory of God some days. Alex, Maserati, final thoughts on this game, my boy.
I was flat out wrong. I mean, that's fucking crazy. Like, again, I can't believe this has happened again. Merry Christmas. Like, I can't. Again, every 5 minutes, it just hits me that, like, bro, we really collapsed again. 8-3, number 1 receiver in the NFL. We talked about how this man was going to break Megatron records. Now I'm hoping that he has, plays in the first round of the playoffs. I'm excited to get smoked by Kansas City on national television or Buffalo. Yo, I don't know, man. I mean, bro, like, just to recap, Tua's month, he lost to the dude that everyone said we should have picked, and I guess it's confirmed now we should have picked. The game before that, he had the worst completion percentage in any NFL quarterback had ever had since Ryan Leaf, who now does TED Talks about how bad of a quarterback he was. He literally does TED Talks of how he fucked it up so bad. That was the only comparable half. And then, we put up a fight against Buffalo that didn't matter. So, listen, Tua haters, we apologize. Absolutely, I fucking apologize. I talked about, I think, Juan, before I even joined the basement, Juan, I had a big thing with you in a group chat about, Herbert throws all these fourth quarter picks. Like, how the fuck you defending this? Like, blah, blah, blah. I should just shut my mouth, bro. Like, straight up. That was fucking crazy.
Same here.
Same here. Zach Wilson, I guess I apologize because, he pulled a Zach Wilson. All those Josh Allen crazy picks. I'm like, Josh Allen, what are you doing?
We don't gotta get that crazy.
We ain't gotta go there. Zach Wilson.
We're not letting Tua break your spirit, bro.
Listen, that's what bro. You're talking about it, and I'm getting nervous. Like, bro, I can't even sit here and be like, no way, man, no way. There's no way that the Miami Dolphins blow a late season game with the playoffs on the line.
Oh yeah, all right.
But I am thinking about the next 2 games.
I'll put it in that fan chat. The Dolphins go Dolphin.
No, but straight up, I do think we squeak in. I think we get 10-7, which is the same record we had with Brian Flores the last 2 years, which is, like you said, 11 was the bar, and I said 11 was the bar too, and he's not going to meet that now. But listen, if we don't make the playoffs, like if we actually do lose out and we're 8-9 and we give the playoff spot to the Jets and the Patriots, like we got some. Then this is like we got top-down reevaluations everywhere. Like, I don't think that'll happen. I do think they'll win the last 2 games, and everyone will be like, okay, screwing the haters. Tua's going to ball out against the Jets. He'll beat the Patriots in like a fucking 17-13 game again. It's going to be fucking electric. And then Kansas City or Buffalo or whoever's the second seed is going to fucking whoop us.
I appreciate you holding out hope. I appreciate you holding out hope for like the rest of the season. But you could have
the Jets and Patriots blow it more than we do this year.
Yeah, you could have summed all that shit you just said up in 4 words. I don't know ball. Like, because when you was on that tour shit, I tried to tell you that you didn't know ball, and you just kept on with your talking and mansplaining and shit. Like, I don't want to hear that. Kendall, wrap us up, bro. Give me your final thoughts on this game, my boy.
Hey, man. It's December. The lights was bright. It was the bright lights. It was prime time because it was the only game on. All the hoes was watching. And what happened?
He choked in front of the hole.
So, bro, let me tell y'all something. 17, 17, 29, and 20. That's how many points we done scored in our last 4 games. Hey, man, listen. Last year, my man Juan always say, last year was this, that. The year before it was that, and this. It was not enough separation. The coaches ain't believe in them. We had 3 OCs, and we find ourselves in the same position. And there's one common denominator.
What it is, Kendall?
It's the man who wears number 1.
They call that boy Uno.
Princess.
Audience one. And It must be an audience for two, because me and Juan are the only two motherfuckers who've been seeing it for a long time now.
We got the same glasses, bro. We go to the same optometrist, bro. I swear to God.
Hey, they must be on that 48 HP. We got that 8K. Bitch, I see it at 8K.
We got 8K vision, bro.
Seeing things ahead of time, that's just what them boys do. Look, we'll see y'all next time on this next stream. So thank you guys in the comments as always for joining the show, making it much more fun than it would have been without you. Thank you to my boy Juan. Thank you to my guy Nando. Thank you to Alex. And thank you to Kane Kendall for popping on the stage with me. We're going to end this shit. Y'all catch us on Wednesday or Thursday. It depends. If he have a game on Wednesday, then we're not doing the show on Wednesday. We're going to do it on Thursday. But we're going to preview the next game, and hopefully y'all get some better results. I don't give a fuck. I'm happy. Merry Christmas to everybody. We'll see y'all next time. Play the video, me.